Let's discuss the true cost of the recent conflicts. Mr. P, you've called the current global posture a tremendous success. How exactly do you measure that?
Very simply, we look at the map, we look at the leverage, and we look at the defense sector. The machinery is moving. Factories are churning out steel, munitions, incredible technology. We are projecting strength on a global scale. That is how you measure success. It's a net positive, a beautiful ledger.
Mr. B, you are the one reviewing the daily ground reports and the long-term data. Does the ledger look the same from your perspective?
The ledger Mr. P reads from only counts the currency we print. It fails to account for the currency we actually spend.
We spend very little, highly efficient operations. The most efficient in history.
Globally, the economic impact of violence drains over $14 trillion from the world every year. But even those statistics are just a shield. They keep us from having to look at the reality. When a region is bombed, you don't just lose power grids and supply chains, you lose the generations that were supposed to build upon them.
Can you elaborate on that, Mr. B? The unseen costs?
Mr. P talks about factories, but war destroys both the labor and the capital simultaneously. We're looking at recovery estimates in certain regions exceeding $500 billion just to replace what was already there. That isn't economic stimulation. That is just replacing the ashes.
It's an investment in stability. You have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. That's just strong leadership.
But we are not making an omelet, sir. We are just leaving broken shells on the floor.
What about the human toll, the displacement?
It is staggering. In some regions, millions of refugees are crossing borders with nothing but the clothes on their backs, surviving in foreign cities without safety nets. And the personnel we send to fight, they are returning with skyrocketing rates of trauma. They carry a profound moral injury that no government stipend or parade can heal. War doesn't just break cities, it breaks the inner architecture of a person.
People are resilient. They bounce back. They always do.
The true cost of war isn't just what we destroy today, it's the future we forfeit tomorrow. It is a deficit of the human spirit that we pass down to our children, blindly hoping they will somehow be able to afford the debt.
Mr. P, how do you respond to that? A deficit of the human spirit? History will ultimately judge this administration's choices. How do you view the legacy you are leaving behind?
History doesn't judge the human spirit. History judges the map. It judges who held the ground and who wrote the treaty. Mr. B is a man of deep thought, and I respect that. But deep thoughts don't keep the wolves from the door.
And what happens when we become the wolves, sir?
We survive. That is the legacy. I am leaving behind a fortress. I am making the hard, unpopular decisions so that people can afford the luxury of sitting in quiet rooms and philosophizing about peace. You think power is clean? It's not. It is fire. You use it to burn down the threats before they reach your house. If some ashes blow into the yard, that is the price of security.
But at what point does the cost of that security outweigh its value?
Never, because without it, you have nothing. No economy, no safety, no future. I am the architect of a reality that allows men like Mr. B to have a conscience.
An architect builds a foundation to hold something up. What we are doing is hollowing out the foundation to build the walls higher. You talk of survival, sir, but survival is merely existing. What kind of people are we preserving inside this fortress? If our legacy is built on a strategy that requires the continuous breaking of others and the breaking of our own young men and women, then the fortress is already a tomb.
Idealism. It loses every time.
No, sir. It is the only thing that outlasts empires. The steel rusts, the treaties are rewritten, and the borders shift. The only true legacy a leader leaves is the condition of the people's character. And right now, we are bankrupting it.
The ledger of ashes, a fortress, or a tomb. It seems the final accounting of our current global strategy will not be measured in territory gained, but in the humanity we are willing to lose along the way. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. We'll be right back.